Brought to you by businessblueprint.com.au.
Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is different roles, because something that we've been talking about in the Facebook group as well is even providing that list. You might be able to hire a VA and you might want to give them graphic design work to do, and some can and some can't do it. The majority probably can't do it. The majority in the Philippines don't have access to a Mac, so it's going to be hard for them to use Pages if that's what you're wanting them to use. So what I did was kind of create this idea of there's going to be overlaps. There's likely going to be a good overlap between someone who can do admin and finance perhaps, and admin and customer service. And so don't take this as gospel because it's just to look pretty. But it's going to be hard to find someone that's finance and graphic design. So what you want to do is, of the things that you've written down, you're going to work out, well, actually, are these going to are these forming different roles? You might be able to find someone that can do graphic design and websites. It's slightly more likely. Is someone who does admin likely to be good at marketing? Probably not. But when you start to interview people, you could say things. I would like to see if someone do they have marketing experience? They might be doing administration, but they might have a degree in marketing. So that's where you find someone who's even more useful. But there's this idea of the super VA that can do absolutely everything that you want in your business. And the reality is they don't exist. The reality is the same as for you. You're not a super CEO. You can't do everything in your business. The people who try to are the people who have businesses that are just them and no one following them really. So this idea of a super VA just doesn't exist. But what I would say, super VAs are not born, but they can be made to an extent. I stand before you like a year and a half into working for Dale, and what I knew when I started working for Dale and what I know now, it's because of training, it's because of what he's taught me. If you have a long-term commitment to your VAs, you're going to be able to train them with all of the stuff that they're going through Blueprint. So some people might have a creative element in them, and you might be able to help them become a good graphic designer. They might be a creative writer, and you might be able to help them, train them to become a marketing writer. Or some people just don't have that bone in their body and so just ignore it. But the more that you give to your VA, the more that you release them into the training videos and stretch them, then you might be able to kind of grow your own super VA. Because that's one of the things, when we were going through this, the process of hiring a VA, and we put down all the different things we wanted them to do, and a lot of it was customer service, administration, kind of basic things. And I also put in there, I want you to optimize our search engine optimization, our blogs as they go up. And it came back to me, it's very unlikely that you're going to be able to find someone that does all the administration things that you want and also knows SEO. And my reply to that was, I don't need them to know any SEO because we have the exact system of how we want our blogs to go up, and they just watch the video and they do it. So for us, it wasn't an issue that they didn't know WordPress, that they didn't know SEO, because I know that I can train them how to do it. Does that make sense? And so the videos that they have access to within Blueprint is going to be able to teach people those basic things. So they might not have any social media experience, but we can show them how to run Facebook ads, how to do Hootsuite and those kind of things. They don't need to necessarily have that experience, so you can start to grow your own super VA. So salaries, this is obviously a common question that we get asked. How much are we going to pay them? So this is on a month, so the idea of say 40 hours a week. This is how much you look to pay them. So starting about $350 a month for administration, up to $600 plus for someone who's really incredible. So that's going to come down to more experience. So maybe they've worked in bigger companies, they've worked for Australians, could be that they've got great English accent, all those kind of things. And so this is the limit. So you can decide where on the spectrum do you want to start. So there's nothing wrong with you saying, well, my budget's going to be $400 a month, and that's who I'm going to look for. Or you can move towards the higher end. And so when you do the sums, like this works out about $4 an hour.
Brought to you by businessblueprint.com.au.